Some people hear ExxonMobil and think of its many gas stations around the city, but I'm here to tell you about its background and how its name became so big in the oil and gas industry. My name is Leonardo Gonzalez, and for the past 3 years, I've been learning the ins and outs of the oil and gas industry, specifically ExxonMobil and their Baytown, Texas refinery. The industry has been impacted significantly because of ExxonMobil's exploration and expansion to produce and refine byproducts from crude oil. In this speech, I will discuss how ExxonMobil has impacted the oil and gas industry. I'll also be going into detail about their corporate standpoint and their day-to-day operations. ExxonMobil first broke ground of their Baytown refinery in 1919, but production did not start until 1920. The new refinery was huge for the city of Baytown because it brought an expansion of jobs and better pay. ExxonMobil today is home to more than 70,000 employees and pays a minimum of $82,000 a year. In 1920, John D. Rockefeller and his associates of Standard Oil Company helped produce the first ever commercial petrochemical, which was isopropyl alcohol, or rubbing alcohol. Now, the chemical production of ExxonMobil did not start until 1940. The new chemical plant was using petroleum to produce other petrochemicals such as butyl, a type of rubber for your car's tires, and also polypropylene, a type of plastic used for your car's bumpers. Years later, Jersey Standard, also known as ExxonMobil today, introduced Uniflow motor oil, the first multi-grade motor oil recommended for both summer and winter use. After making large strides in the oil and gas industry, ExxonMobil hit a rough patch that would affect them for years to come. In 1989, ExxonMobil had one of its lowest points of its company's history. It wasn't until March of 1989 the ExxonMobil Valdez tanker struck a reef in Prince William Sound in the Gulf of Alaska. This oil spill was a tragic accident, and ExxonMobil deeply regrets it. The company took immediate responsibility of the spill, cleaned it up, and voluntarily compensated those who claimed immediate damage. This spill alone cost Exxon $4.3 billion. In the aftermath of the Valdez accident, ExxonMobil redoubled its longtime commitment to safeguard the environment, employees, and operating communities worldwide. In 1995, Exxon established the Save the Tiger Fund in partnership with the National Fish and Wildlife Foundation. The Save the Tiger Fund is dedicated to supporting the conservation of Asia's remaining wild tigers. Since its establishment, Exxon has provided $1 million annually in support of the Save the Tiger Fund. Since its founding, Save the Tiger Fund has supported 226 tiger conservation projects in 13 countries. Now, Save the Tiger Fund and Critical Ecosystem Part F will forge united tiger conservation strategies, catalyzing partner organizations and community groups to combine efforts to benefit tigers and people alike. After so many years of cleaning up their image, ExxonMobil has now become a top 5 company for the Fortune 500. ExxonMobil has made so many advancements in the past 9 decades and yet continues to show inspiration and as well as willingness to grow for generations to come. In 1999, Exxon and Mobil Oil signed a merger and formed what is now known as ExxonMobil. This created the largest oil supermajor with a capacity to produce 4 million barrels of oil equivalent daily. In 2015, ExxonMobil safely and successfully drilled its first exploration well offshore in Guyana. Subsequent exploratory activity will confirm a world-class resource discovery in excess of 5 billion oil equivalent barrels. In 2017, ExxonMobil doubled its Permian Basin resource to 6 billion barrels of oil equivalent daily through the through the acquisition of companies in Fort Worth, Texas. ExxonMobil's future is being challenged with more aggressive environmental policies by targeting and limiting greenhouse emissions, thought to be the key component of climate change. ExxonMobil and Synthetic Genomics Incorporated announced the opening of a greenhouse facility enabling the next level of research and testing in their algae biofuels program. These efforts will yield a breakthrough involving modification of an algae strain that more than doubles its oil content without significantly inhibiting the strain's growth. ExxonMobil and Georgia Tech researchers develop a potentially revolutionary reverse osmosis technology that would significantly reduce greenhouse gas emissions associated with plastics refining. By using a molecular filter to perform a key step in the plastic making process, this new process offers the potential to dramatically reduce the amount of energy required in petrochemical facilities. These projects have helped pave the way for ExxonMobil to produce a bigger and brighter future for years to come. In conclusion, ExxonMobil has been given an immense amount of credit and recognition, not only for their advancements in the industry, but also for their ability to keep moving forward. Even though ExxonMobil has made such a big name for themselves, they continue to be frowned upon from the more environmentally friendly community. But I urge this community to stand up, to study up on the rules and regulations any refinery and chemical plant has to go through just to begin production. Thank you.